Welcome back. Now, mineral resources and Energy Minister Gwede Mantashe is expected to host the Progressive Business Forum breakfast. Let's take you to our reporter Katlego Legodi for more. Katlego, a very good morning to you.
A very good morning to you, Lebu, and to our viewers at home. We're coming to you, of course, from the Progressive Business Forum's breakfast here on the sidelines of the ANC's 55th National Conference that is underway in Nasrec in the south of Johannesburg. This is where we're expecting to see role players in the business space come together with government and the ANC to try and, by all means, to thresh out solutions to the economy. Of course, today marking day 2 of this PBF breakfast. You can remember that yesterday we had the Minister of Finance, Godongwana, just hosting this breakfast as a guest speaker. So today we're expecting the Energy and Mineral Resources Minister, Gwede Mantashe, to be the one that is leading this Progressive Business Forum breakfast here today. This forum, Lebu, was established in 2006 just to bring in those 3 role players, the ANC, business and government, to try by all means to come through with the reforms and solutions to the country's economy. Today under the spotlight is the issue of energy, and we know very well that energy security has been an issue for quite some time here in the country. Just yesterday, hearing from the Minister of Finance that at least Eskom is getting some sort of interventions in terms of stabilizing that embattled power utility. Today we're expecting to hear more around issues of renewable energy and solutions that will come through for the economy. We know very well that the state-owned entity has not done well for quite some time, with rolling blackouts from as early as 2008, and here we are still battling around stage 6 of load shedding today, and this is not actually acceptable to the businesses that have been hampered and the economy that has been strained by the rolling blackouts. So here today we're expecting to craft solutions and see how businesses have been affected, and they're going to be speaking to government and relevant role players to ensure that at least there are solutions that come through where the country's energy supply and energy crisis really is concerned. I'm going to bring into the conversation now Lebu Sipho Mbele. He's the convener of the PBF breakfast here. He'll just let us in on what we can expect. And we're hearing really that Minister of Energy and Mineral Resources, Gwede Mantashe, is no longer going to be the one hosting this breakfast today. We're expecting to see him as the guest keynote speaker here today. Maybe let's start there in terms of confirming if indeed that is the case here today. He's not going to be taken to the podium this morning to address those that are gathered here.
Yes, if you remember that the nomination process ended early hours of the morning around 3 a.m. because I got into my place at 4 a.m. So we got a communication this morning from his office that unfortunately the minister is not going to be able to join us to be part of the breakfast engagement. However, you'll see that we have a number of people who came to join, to be part of this engagement. So for now, we are communicating with some of the NEC members, particularly from the economic cluster, who will be here to join. But yes, indeed, as planned, we were hoping that the minister will be here, but because of the nomination process, actually, we left here around 3 a.m. So that's a challenge.
Let us in then on really what can we expect on this breakfast. So apart from the minister not being the one that is going to address as a guest speaker here, what can we expect? We're seeing that business role players, government officials are also here to form part of this breakfast. What can we expect? What is actually, why are we gathered here today?
So what we did is, we have designed a program as Progressive Business Forum alongside the ANC conference, with the aim of creating platform for business, particularly the PBF subscribers, to engage with leaders of the ANC. Even when you check the program, it's designed alongside the inputs from the PBF subscribers and the business, and they identify key ministerial departments, particularly from the economic cluster, your finance, your energy, your your ICT, and small business. So this breakfast engagement provide an opportunity creates a platform for business to engage with the economic cluster ministers. So just like today, we were planning to have the Minister of Energy to engage with the business community on issues of energy security, on broad issues. I mean, we have people from the mining sector also here. So the minister was going to address us on his portfolio. Yesterday, fortunately, Minister of Finance was able to address some of the issues related to energy security.
And also, are we expecting to see solutions when these breakfast sessions are being held? Do we see solutions coming out of this? Do we see commitments as well coming out of this kind of sessions? And are we expecting to also see those that are gathered here from the business and government to form part of this breakfast, apart from the ANC that are hosting us today at their conference?
Well, remember, the ANC conference is the highest decision-making body. So discussions take place at the ANC level. This breakfast provides a platform for engagement. Because the ministers will be participating at the conference, some of the inputs that they may find expression through him, through the minister, into the conference. But key to the conference are ANC delegates who are making or influencing the policy. The business is here to understand issues that affect them, to get clarity on issues that affect them. So that's why we have hosted this business breakfast between the various ministers and the business community.
What have they been telling you, your members? What have they been concerned about, especially where issues of energy is concerned? We know very well that the economy has not been doing well, and looking at what load shedding has been presenting to the country as a challenge to a whole lot of a variety of sectors, including the business formations. What have they been telling you, and what would be their expectations then from this business forum held here today?
Well, the key issues that are raised by business are mainly access to funding, particularly your small business. That's why we had a successful engagement with Industrial Development Corporation sometime in October. The other concern that is faced by business is around access to the markets. They have products, however, they are unable to get their products into the market. They need assistance. The issue of energy doesn't only affect business, it also affects ordinary men and women, particularly in terms of the planning. So main people are affected is small business because some may not be able to afford the issues of generating. But there are solutions, and I hope, and the conference will announce on those solutions. I mean, yesterday, Minister Kotongwane has announced some of the proposed intervention from his departments that are working on. So those are the key issues. Business also wants to contribute in shaping the South African policy, particularly economic policy. That's why PBF, we create a platform for business to engage with the leadership of the ANC. If you look at the economic recovery and reconstruction strategy, we involve business. Actually, business made some inputs into the strategy before it became a final document. When you read the ANC local government manifesto, the last page, one of the paragraphs, it talks about social compact between business, labor and government. So we play that role from the point of Progressive Business Forum to create that platform for business to engage with government.
All right, Mr. Mbele, thank you very much, sir, for your time this morning. He's coming through as the convener of the PBF breakfast here this morning. It's breaking news at this point in time. You heard him say the Minister Gwede Mantashe is no longer going to be coming through as a guest speaker here. The PBF is trying by all means to find someone that will, deliver that keynote address here. They're talking about DDGs or even DGs that will come through on behalf of Minister Gwede Mantashe. But the business formations and whole lot of role players have gathered here. I'm going to ask my colleague Gabi to just show you what is happening around us. You can see just a whole lot of role players that are here to form part of this. The stage is set, but the minister is not here. He's not coming through. So there are a whole lot of issues that are going to be coming under the spotlight here. You've heard him talk about just a whole lot of concerns coming from the business formations around how they've been affected by the issue of inconsistent energy supply, how the issue of energy security has also affected businesses, but they also want to be involved in programs of government and just as part of those that would understand the solutions and the reforms and policies that will make sure that they are involved here. We're expecting, of course, for the program. We were expecting Lebo for the program to get underway at around 7:30, but that is not going to be the case. We're already over 7:30 right now, but we're expecting more or less for the program to get underway as soon soon as there's a confirmation of who is going to be coming to give a keynote address here on behalf of the Minister Gwede Mantashe. But more or less, the business formations have already gathered here, and you saw as well that most of them will be looking forward to hear what the ANC and what government is bringing to the table as part of solutions to the energy crisis that the country has experienced. That's where we leave it for now, but let's take a quick break. When we come back, we'll continue with the program on Morning Live.